Hello, how are you today? I am here to talk to you about creating your heart-centered message because after all, you are the heart of your business and communicating from the heart is essential. So I'm hoping to answer your questions about this topic, starting with who? So that is me. I am Kalua. I am a tea crafter and a holistic coach. Um, Basically meaning that I play with, all kinds of tools and techniques that are simple and natural to help you navigate your authentic, imperfect life unapologetically in a material world. Um, and I talk about the fact that I work with the women who choose bare feet over high heels. They seem to be drawn to me. So what does that mean for today, for today's talk? And really what that means is in all cases, whether I'm working with you on health issues, on life issues, or in business issues, the one common denominator is getting to your heart. When you're connected to your heart, you have clarity and you have the confidence to make decisions, to act on your decisions, to know what is right. And so that's where we're going to leap off today. So the why? What's in it for me? What makes this important? The big thing is to be able to pull in your audience, not someone else's. Many of us are solopreneurs and we got into that gig, right, to live out our passion. We have this strong calling that says, you know what, you're really good at this and you need to share it with the world, and the world needs it from you. There may be other people who do what you do, but there are people out there who need it from you and not from others. You have a unique way of doing things. You have a unique message that people are going to relate to. You are unique and there are people that need you. And what happens is if you're drawing the people that are not in alignment with you, many times you'll find that they tend to pull down your energy. They drag you down, right? They wear you out. If you've ever had those really difficult people that you worked with and it makes it really painful to do your work, you don't want that. You want to pull in the people who are in alignment with you and are going to make you want to work for free every single day. You get up loving to do this, even though energetically you want to earn what you are worth so that you are able to continue to do this work. So with that being said, the next benefit is saving time and money. So there are a lot of programs out there that really do, they prey on the fact that you might not be secure on what to say or how to say it, or that you might not feel totally clear on who you're trying to draw, who you're calling out to. And they come out and they say, hey, follow my 5-step formula, do this, do that, you'll have 1,000 subscribers, you'll have 10,000 on your email list, you'll have, right? And they make all these promises. And I'm not saying that those are not real promises, because it did work for them, but that's because it was their message. And it may work for others too, because they have a similar message. But if it's not the same message as yours, what's going to happen is you're hiding behind someone else's message and your people are not going to find you. And what ends up happening is you spend a lot of time and a lot of money buying into everybody else's program. You're going here and there and you're all over the place, but you're not getting across your message yet. And that means you are not getting to your people. So I think, as a coach, of course, I think coaching is fantastic. I'm always being coached. But I just point out that if you see someone telling you, do it exactly the way I did it, that's a red flag. If you see somebody saying, I'm going to help you do what you need to do to get your business going, I'm going to help you tap into whatever tools you need to, that is someone you may want to work with. So really quick, just a little story of mine. You know, my background was many, many years in the nonprofit and human services industry. So I never had to go out and market anything. I had grants and I had things that people needed and wanted, and they came flocking. So when I decided to go out on my own, I found myself very vulnerable. I found myself in this place of unknown and feeling very insecure and not confident about, how do I sell my program? How do I market my program? How do I get out there and do any of this stuff? And so I did. I bought into many different programs. I went here and I went there, and I was taking this advice and that advice, and you know, all the free webinars coming in, and then it was so overwhelming and I didn't know which one to listen to. They all seemed to contradict each other. And then either I would get overwhelmed with trying to do all of it, or I would just get so overwhelmed and not even know where to start. So that's when it's time to step back and get back to your heart. Always trust yourself. So as we move forward, this is our theme. And what I'm going to ask you to do is to trust the process. So many big corporations will go out and they'll get someone who will come in and shake things up, do a big corporate training and make everyone think outside the box, right? And they'll spend thousands upon thousands of dollars to do this, just to get everybody, you know, shooken up and ready and motivated. And you're getting this all here for free today. So be grateful and trust the process, okay? So these are our symbols as we go into it. The peacock and the wolf. And what the peacock represents is confidence and showing your true colors. And what the wolf represents is trusting your instincts and social connections. So you can see how this is all sort of playing into our theme, right? So what I want you to do, and you know, you may be just watching this quickly and going through it. Here are my suggestions to you. If you want to watch through it quickly, come back to this and pause it where you need to pause it. Do the exercises, give yourself some time. Or you can do it with me here right now and pause it as we go along. And, you know, same thing, do it, give yourself the time. So what I want you to do is ground your feet to the floor, relax your shoulders, relax your jaw, nice and loose. And I want you to breathe in through your nose and let the air travel all the way down, expanding your belly nice and big. And then exhale, push the belly button in, let the air come back out through your mouth or your nose. And just repeat that belly breath. Another one. And this time on the exhale, start to wiggle your toes. And now on your exhale, wiggle your fingers. And now on your exhale, I want you to open up this area, make it nice and loose, and make a sound, like a vowel sound, ah, ha. And again, ah. Now Now, this might feel uncomfortable for you, but it's really important to start hearing your own voice if you want other people to hear it, right? So try it again. Nobody's listening. Ah. Now we're going to tap into our wolf and we're going to do an ooh, okay? Ooh. Try it again. Call to the moon. Ooh. And one more. Ooh. Now breathe in. And on the exhale, I want you to take your shoulders and just bring them back and forth a little bit. And if you can, make them a little faster. Our peacock is ruffling its feathers. Trust the process. One more time. All right. Now, hopefully you're completely out of your comfort zone and we're ready to get going. So now it's time for the what, okay? So go ahead, I'm just gonna run through the questions here in this video, but what I want you to do is pause with each one and give yourself at least 3 minutes to free write on each of these and see what comes up for you and what happens as you dive into this. So what do you love to do? What brings you joy? What would you do all day long for free? These are the things that make you unique. These are the things that are going to draw people in. So I've heard real estate agents say, well, there's tons of real estate agents, but maybe you're the rock climbing real estate agent. And maybe when you go out on social media, you're going to post like different inspirational rock climbing things and then bring it back to real estate, right? These are the things that are going to draw your people. So just go ahead and free write. What are the things that you love to do? What would you share with people? What do you do well? So when I did this with the group, this one was a little bit more challenging. And there's a reason it's challenging, because you're not aware you do it well. Oftentimes the things that come easy for you are the things you think that, that's not a big deal. Anybody can do it. That's not true. That is absolutely not true. So think about things that maybe people compliment you on. Wow, you are really good at that. Like, how do you manage that? All these different things that maybe you hear from others, or just think about the things that come really easy to you. Write down anything that comes easy to you, because chances are they don't come easy to everybody else. And give yourself 3 minutes, maybe even longer if you need to have more time for it. What makes you different? How do you stand out? Do you have a unique approach that you use towards doing things? Do you do things differently than other people in your field do them? Do you maybe do things in the things that you enjoy doing? Maybe you do those differently. Maybe the things that you do well, you do them differently than other people tend to do them. How are you different? What stands out about you? And something does. So even if you can't think of it, it doesn't mean it's not there. Just give it more time to come to you, to surface itself. Who is drawn to you? Whether it be clients, whether it be friends, the people in your life, who keeps showing up? And sometimes, if you're anything like me, I tend to draw a variety of people in very different situations in their life and very different places. And then I realized they had this one common thread. And those were the women who really would, when given the choice, they would choose bare feet over high heels, right? So look at who is drawn to you, because at one point I was being coached on who to market to, and I was being pushed to market towards the high heel people. And it didn't resonate for me, and it didn't resonate in my business. And actually my business went down because that's not who's drawn to me. So guys, go with the path of least resistance. The people who are naturally coming to you, those are your people. So let's figure out who they are. So just write them down. Write down the list of who everyone is, and then maybe start to look at what do they have in common? What are the characteristics? And sometimes you might have to go a few layers deep before you find that common thread. What do people get from working with you? Back to that WIFM, what's in it for me? When you are talking to people, they don't care about what you do. They care about what they're going to get out of it. So what do these people get from working with you? What do they give you the great big tearful hug and say thank you, thank you, thank you about when they work with you? What makes them smile? What are they so grateful about you for? And so actually, before I even go there, what I'd like to say is you can also keep these questions sitting out as like this living, breathing document. Go back to it when you need to return to it and just jot things down. Maybe they'll come to you in a flash. Run and jot it down, add it to the list, and you'll continue to evolve. You know, nothing stays the same, so it'll evolve and you'll have more clarity as you go along. And so our next question, where are you going to use this information? You are going to put it everywhere. This is the person you're communicating with. This is what you do for them. This is what makes you different than everybody else. This is what you love. And you're going to share that. You're going to put it in your newsletters. You're going to put it on social media. It's going to be in your signature talk. It's going to be on your one-on-one sales conversations, because sales conversations are merely just coaching. That's all it is. So this is what you're going to talk to people about. How? Well, first step is listen more than you talk, right? It is so important to listen to what people are telling you. And that's how you're going to, especially if you're listening to the people who are drawn to you, they're going to tell you what to say. They're going to tell you what to share. They're going to tell you what's important to them. Listen more than you talk. The other thing is sometimes you've got to be cruel to be kind. Now, I know that sounds kind of harsh, but it's very clear. It says cruel to be kind means that I love you, okay? I remember, so I'm an observer of people. I did years of behavior analysis, and I've learned to impartially observe, just be a witness, no judgment, just taking in the facts. And I've seen so many situations where people have become complacent with their problems. I've seen where people have actually identified themselves as their physical or their mental health diagnosis. I've seen the person sitting, you know, in the doctor's office in a wheelchair with an amputated leg and a bag full of medications while eating junk food. So, you know, we become complacent with our problems, or we think, well, that's just the cards I've been dealt, or, you know, all of these things. And you, as the person, see how can they be helped. You see how they can be helped. But sometimes you have to point it out. You have to show them where they are right now for them to even realize, because they've gotten so used to the pain. They've gotten so used to, you know, their circumstances that it's like, oh, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. It's not fine, because you don't deserve fine. You deserve amazing. And so just pointing that out and coaching them to make their life that much better, no matter what industry you're in, you can do that for them. And then finally, having a call to action, whether it be in a sales call. If, you know, maybe in a sales conversation, they sign up with you right away. Fantastic. Maybe they don't. How about a call to action there? Would you like to be on my newsletter? In your social media, a call to action. In your anything in your signature talk, right? Call to action. And call to actions can be soft and they can be hard. So soft being like on your social media, hey, give me a comment. Hey, give this post a like if you like it. You know, just a real soft call to action. And then a hard call to action is going to be something like, hey, reach out to me. Let's set up a call. Let's have a conversation. Or hey, sign up for my newsletter, right? Something that's going to be a little bit more concrete and it's going to ask a little bit more of the person. And generally what we want to do is 75% of the time, a soft call to action, and then 25% of the time, a hard call to action. But just getting yourself out there and getting people used to responding to you, right? Instead of just taking in everything that you do and just passing it by. So with that being said, I'm going to do my call to action to practice, right? I'll be very honest that I tend to be the guide on the side rather than the sage on the stage, because I need practice with a lot of stuff. So one of the things I need practice with is a call to action. So I am inviting you to go to imperfectlyamazing.com and you can get a free meditation, which is going to help you get that clarity so you can get heart-centered, and it would put you on my email list. The other thing I have is Clarity with Kahlua Facebook group, and that has tons and tons of free content out there just for you, no cost, and it's all organized in units and just really wonderful resource for you that I'm just so happy to share. So I would love it if you join me there. And then of course you can always go and check out the website at claritywithkahlua.com. So I am here for you. Please reach out if you have any questions, and you know what, take that imperfect action and be amazing. Bye.